Yo, alright, trade recap for 10/22/2025. I got cooked today. Um, Straight cooked. I lucky broke a couple rules. Um, it was kind of a bias. I was pretty bullish, pretty heavily bullish. Let me tell you why. Well, this is all my drawings got erased, so I had to redo it. But 4-hour time frame, I was pretty bullish. We were respecting this 4-hour bearish bullish for rally gap. We had a low inside of it. I was looking to get some type of trade off of this low to continue us higher to possibly all-time highs, but definitely these highs for sure. But actually, my bias was based off of because we had an SMT with these lows, I believe. So we had an SMT with these lows, and I was already bullish. Going ES. In the 15-minute, we had an SMT. Yeah, so I was like, you know what? I'm just looking for a continuation. So this is what I wanted to see. You know, come out, sweep this low, and possibly get a trade higher. But we opened, dump. End up running these lows. Yeah, run these lows. Oh, I'm tripping. I'm on the 15-minute. What am I doing? Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm tripping. Yeah, we had an SMT, yeah, with these lows, I believe. These lows. So yeah, morning opens, dump, sweep out London lows, I believe. And then we had an SMT with these lows. So 9:30, 9:30, 8:30. Then ES. What am I on? 5-minute? Well, Tuesday 9:30. Okay, so 8 p.m. I'm just trying to figure it out. So I know we had an SMT. Where is this at? Am I tripping? Okay, Tuesday 9:30 a.m. Hold on. Oh, okay, there it is. Yeah. So we had an SMT with these lows. Boom. Honestly, yeah, that was valid. So we swept this 4-hour intermediate low, S&T, and then high time for inversion. But honestly, this is where it kind of messed me up. So I was waiting. So I was gonna take this 1 minute. 1 minute turned into a 2 minute. 2 minutes turned into a 3 minute. And then we end up creating a 5 minute. And honestly, like when the bias is so strong, like yes, let me kind of explain to y'all. So my thought process was like I was gonna take the 1 minute version. I saw everything I wanted to see. I didn't need my entry model. And since we created the 5 minute, you know, I was like, you know what, I'm trading inside of 5 minute. Like I shouldn't be taking longs inside of this. But honestly, whenever the bias is so strong and like we have clear draws higher, like why wouldn't we? Because I think these are equal lows, equal highs on the higher time frame. Yeah, like relative equal highs. So it's like, why wouldn't you take the lowest time frame inversion, like which is a 1 minute? And yeah, which is this. Could have had stops like body low. It would have been around a 101, 101.5, 1.51. Valid. Now I honestly saw that we would go to these highs, but I guess we didn't. So I didn't take this 1 minute 255. I ended up taking So I was like, okay, we get the 5-minute inversion with this leg, and I was like, bet I'm gonna wait for a pullback, which was entry was like right here, aligned with the 5-minute retest, the inverse gap, and then stops were below that 5-minute, targeting, you know, these highs around 1.2 whatever. And one, that's, let me tell you why it was a mistake. One, yes, my entry model is the inversion, so if anything, I should have been taking it up here because that's my entry model. Two, we took the break-even spot. This is a draw on liquidity, and we had an SMT with these highs. So 815, 850. Oh my god. Where's this at? Boom. SMT. And oh yeah, and we're inside a 15-minute. Wow, I didn't even notice that. We're trading inside this 15-minute. So SMC inside a 15-minute. Like, it's setting up like these is a nice bearish conference. Oh, actually I did see the 15-minute, but at this point I didn't see it. But yeah, I had an SMT. So if anything, once I saw we have an SMT at my break even spot, it's like, okay, boom, trade is invalid. Yes, we could bull run, but it's not likely because one, we have an SMT, we took a draw on liquidity, and we're trading inside a 15-minute bearish rally gap. We essentially swept. We have an SMT inside of a rally gap. Like, if anything, I should be taking a trade down here on this unfilled 5-minute. So boom, I get in, I get stopped, and I also broke another rule, which is I doubled down. And I know I said yesterday I was gonna just keep the one con and one micro, but I was like, you know, like I was only gonna make a little bit, and that's the mistake I'm having is I'm keep thinking about this in the money aspect that I want to make money, but I shouldn't. And so I ended up at another con, and I was risking double. I got stopped for around 150. I was like, damn. And then my max loss limit is like or I got stopped for like 140. Max loss limit is like 150. So I went in my risk settings and I changed it, and that's a bad habit I have. It's like, what's the point of having them if you're not gonna use them properly? Those are there for a reason, for traders like me who can't, you know, don't have the discipline to, you know, to stop over trading or stop over leveraging. So it's another rule I broke. That's one thing I need to work on is my over leveraging and my over trading. So boom, I was like, you know what, like, and I was still confident that we would go to these highs even though we had an SMT, because, you know, like, when the higher time frame is saying is bullish and these SMTs don't matter. That's what I thought. That was my thought process. But the reason is, like, we were trading inside that 15-minute for a rally gap, which we failed to close above coming in a market open. And if we were truly bullish, we would have. And yeah, and we retested this 1 hour inverse gap. But yeah, that was my what the hell is this? But yeah, that was my trade. That was one of them. Where was I? But yeah, boom. Okay, get stopped. Boom. I was like, alright, bet. Let's try to look for a trade here. So I was still bullish. Boom. Don't get any inversion out of that. So I'm waiting. SMT gets formed. SMT gets formed right here with the S and then Q. Okay, what is this doing? Boom, boom. I was like, bet. I'm still bullish. I took this 1 minute inversion, and then I think I was still targeting up here. 1 minute inversion, and I broke even at the 3 minute. Or at the 4 minute. I lied. Yeah, broke even at the 4 minute, which was right here. Broke even there. Stop that BE. I was like, bet. Okay. Wait. Dump down to these lows. And then this is where I get cooked. So you dump down to these lows. I think this is the unfilled 15, I believe. And then I take this 1 minute version, get cooked immediately. We have a resweep. We have an SMT with, I believe, with these lows. And then we have a 30-second inversion. Take it, get stopped. And then we end up rallying to like an unfilled 5. But honestly, and I faded. So these were all my NQ trades, or my top step trades. Boom, 1, 2, and then I faded this short that ended up playing out. I forward tested it, but model behind this was we are having bearish confluences, which is SMT inside the 15-minute gap. We're just expecting bullish PDRAs, inverse the 5 minute. So I was like, bet, inverse the 5 minute. What did we? Oh yeah. I think. Yeah. Wait. Okay. Yeah. So we inversed the 15 minute. That was why I was like. So we inversed the 15 minute, and then we pulled back to it, and I was like, bet, we could take an inversion out of this 15 minute. So boom. That would have been entry, and I was targeting these. Oh yeah, so this lined up with ES, an external low on ES, but I didn't end up taking it. I faded it. I was still looking for longs. That's when I ended up taking this cooked ass setup. Oh no, I didn't take anything. Wait, yeah, I took this, and then I was done for the day. But the only long play was this here, and my mistake was I waited too long. Yes, I know my motto is wait for the highest time frame inversion, but we have so many confluences such as 4-hour rally gap sweeping the intermediate low, and that intermediate low is placed within SMT. It's like take the lowest time frame inversion at that point. There wasn't a 30-second, I believe, with this long. Yeah, it would align with the 1 minute anyway. Or that was a 15-second. Guess this. But yeah, nah. It would have been the 1 minute. And then you would have got it out there because there was an SMT at the size. But I really thought we would bull run. And then, so that was that. And then, like, I shouldn't have even been, this 5 minute entry of the retest of the 5 minute inverse gap, I shouldn't have even taken it because one, I'm entering when we have an SMT in place already. And I'm entering off a 5 minute retest. I usually don't take those. Well, actually, no, I do. I lied. But it wasn't valid because there was an SMT already. And this is a nice break-even point. This is a draw on liquidity. It's, I think, is that an intermediate high? Yeah, it's an intermediate high. So we have a 5 minute, 15 minute, and this is an intermediate high inside that 15 minute. So this is an important high. So we sweep an important draw on liquidity. So why are you longing when we have an SMT and we swept the 15-minute intermediate high? It's stupid. So I should have taken that in the first place, and I should have doubled down. That's one thing I really need to work on, my over leveraging and changing my risk settings. Like that's killing me. So I should have taken this in the first place, and then boom, waited. Okay, boom, we waited. Now, okay. So, bro, why does it keep doing that? And then conditions changed because, what did the 9 a.m. candle do? Did we inverse anything? Okay, so 9 a.m. opened right here. We inversed this, but we still had these, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. But, bro. But the 9 a.m. candle on the 15-minute inverse that gap, so yeah. And the fact that we started rejecting this, because we were truly bullish, we would have just bull ran all this. But we're pretty bearish. But yeah, I broke a lot of rules, over traded, over leveraged, changed risk settings. I took stupid entries. Like I shouldn't have even taken that first trade. Like it wasn't bad, but it's just I shouldn't have took it in the first place because we were already having an SMT when you're entering. And then this second trade was valid. The SMT one, this one was valid. I'm happy with that one. Nice break even. Now these, I was pretty confident in these. It just is very unfortunate. I just got souped. I got cooked. And yeah, so I probably would have been down either way if I didn't take this. But yeah, and also I should have hesitated when we have so many confluences. Like just take this inversion and target. Take this inversion, stops below the body, the fair value gap. Honestly, could have had it at the SMC, just go for the 1-1 at that point. Oh, that would have been exact 1-1. But honestly, if you don't want to risk that much, just, yeah, I'll take it right there. And then take it out there because we have an SMT. But I don't know why I waited. Should have just took the 1-minute inversion and TP, and then, yeah. But I just thought we were gonna run all this, so I was like, you know what, like let me just wait for the highest time for reversion, which is the 5-minute, and we're gonna just bull run from the 5-minute. But I was wrong. But yeah, that was the trade recap for the day. Doing this as accountability video for later on, but it's my thought process behind these trades. I got cooked today. Bias was correct in the AM, but then we switched narratives, you know, once we started showing bearish confluences, such as rejecting the 15-minute fair value gap and putting an SMT inside it, and then inversing the 5 to then target all this external liquidity. Yeah, damn, now we're slowly making our way back up. But yeah, we'll learn from these mistakes. I really need to stop over leveraging and over risking, but yeah, we'll catch y'all tomorrow with another trade recap.